Hi folks, hope you're doing well. So, earlier on today, I was speaking to God about the situation of it being a lie that church is saying people are sinners, and it's about sin. And there were questions. But then the answer came. In the books between the Acts and the end of the Word of God, the Bible, most of the letters that were sent to church were sent to Jewish people who were then Christians. And so therefore they were speaking about sin a lot because the Jewish people cared about sin. Because the law speaks about sin a lot. And the Jewish people had to learn the law. So for them, sin was so big. Sorry, I said amazing, that's wrong. Yeah. But was so big in their lives. Yeah. Having to kill in lambs each year for the blood to cover their sins. Every year they had to do that. And they had to go through religion issues and the times of eating different things because of how God helped them in the past. And but for the gentle ones like us that are not Jews, for the people that weren't Jews, sin was nothing. They weren't talking about sins or think about sins every year, or basically thinking about I can't do that because that's a sin. I can't do that because that's a sin. They weren't thinking about all that. So therefore, for the Jewish people, the letters had to help them go through because obviously they were Jewish people, and what they knew and understand was about sin. And between them and God, it was about sin. So therefore, the letters were talking about sin all the time, and people are sinners because the people knew that and understand that in their way. So for them, that was important. So therefore, the letters had to talk about that. But for the rest of us, it's a label. And it's wrong. For a Jewish person who thinks about sin, and then obviously you have to talk about sin because they understand that sin is between them and God. So, okay. Before you talk about what the Lord did about sin, you have to talk about sin so they understand. But the people that are not Jewish, then no. That was not supposed to be the situation. And in the letters, most of the letters are talking about, the history of their God. So therefore, they're talking about the Old Testament and the New Testament. So therefore, they're talking about the Old Testament first, and then what's happening now, what then? So therefore, there's a lot of things about the Old Testament, because obviously that was talking about the Lord, so therefore they had to use that. Okay. And it made people thinking that we are the same as them. And we need to be told the same things as they were told. No, that's wrong. That's why you're supposed to be led by the Spirit, not by the Word. Because most of the Word, after the Lord went up again, is about helping Jewish people understanding. So therefore, most of that is about the history of the church, the first 3 years of the church. And in the Acts, it talks about God saying, there's other sheep that are not Jews, so you have to go to them as well. But most of the letters are not for them. Most of the letters were for the Jewish people. So therefore, when they're talking about sin and all of that, then he's talking to people who were living in that way. But people who weren't living in that way, he's not really talking to them. And again, that's why you need to be led by the Spirit, because the Spirit will actually tell you. Of course, basically, a lot of the letters were for everyone, of course. And even the ones for the Jewish people, we can learn from them, of course. But talking about you are a sinner, that's for the Jewish people, because they understand that, because they were living in that for all that time. Sin was between them and God, so therefore they knew about sin. Other people that are not Jewish weren't going through that. They weren't living in that. So therefore, that is not for everyone. Because now, saying to someone, you are a sinner, that's wrong. You can't do that. And also, it's about sin. No chance. It was never. Well, before the Lord, it was about sin. Before the Lord. After the Lord, it was never about sin. Never. Because he sought out sin. So therefore, it's never been about sin after him. So there you go. It is what it is, but as I say, yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll understand in this particular video that I do not prepare what I say. Mistakes do happen in videos because I don't prepare. I have no interest in trying to be like those teachers in churches where you prepare and do all that. So therefore, no. It's all raw. So yeah, sometimes errors are made. There you go. You take care. God bless. But yeah, be led by the Spirit, not by the Word. The Spirit will lead you to what you need to know and what you need to understand. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Be a blessing. Be blessed. Have a fantastic week ahead. And enjoy. Grow and understand more. Bye-bye.